Did you know the first car in the world didn't even have a steering wheel? And it almost blew up its inventor's house? Stay with me, because today I'm taking you back to 1886, to the garage where it all began. Before Ferraris and Teslas, before Lamborghinis and Bugattis, there was only one name, the Benz patent Motorwagen. Today, we're traveling back to 1886 when a quiet German engineer named Karl Benz started the greatest revolution in transportation. But what if I told you he wasn't alone? And the real hero of this story is a woman who changed the world with a secret road trip. Stay tuned, because this is not just a car story. This is the birth of freedom on wheels. Hey everyone, welcome to Wheel Mythos. If you love cars, their history, and every tiny part that makes them run, you're in the right place. Let's ride back in time together. Imagine life in the 1800s. If you wanted to go anywhere, your options were, well, slow. Horse carriages rattled over muddy roads. Long trips could take days or weeks. Steam trains were fast, but ran only on tracks. Freedom? Limited. But humans have always wanted more. In 1769, a French engineer named Nicolas Joseph Cugnot built what's often called the first self-propelled vehicle, a giant steam-powered tricycle for pulling cannons. It worked, barely, but it was heavy, dangerous, and impossible to control. Over the next 100 years, inventors tried steam carriages, clockwork carts, even wind-powered wagons. But nothing stuck. Steam was too bulky. Roads were bad, and people didn't trust machines to do a horse's job. Karl Benz, born in Germany in 1844, fascinated by engines and mechanics since he was a boy. Karl studied mechanical engineering when people thought engines were only for factories or trains, not personal vehicles. He dreamed of putting an internal combustion engine on a small carriage. By 1885, in a tiny workshop in Mannheim, Germany, he built it, the Benz patent Motorwagen. One cylinder, 0.75 horsepower. Top speed, about 16 km/h or 10 m/h. It looked more like a giant tricycle than a car. But it worked. No steering wheel, just a tiller like a boat. The fuel tank, just a can of Ligroin, a petroleum solvent he bought at a pharmacy. In 1885, Karl took his new invention for a spin and promptly crashed it into a wall. He didn't give up. He fine-tuned it for months. On January 29, 1886, he filed a patent for his vehicle powered by a gas engine. The world's first true automobile was officially born. But Karl's neighbors were suspicious. Some called it witchcraft. Others laughed. Who'd buy a carriage without a horse? Karl's wife, Bertha Benz, wasn't just his partner at home. She was his secret business partner too. She believed in Karl's dream, but he was cautious, worried his invention would fail. On August 5, 1888, Bertha took matters and the Motorwagen into her own hands. Before dawn, she woke their two teenage sons and pushed the Motorwagen out of the workshop. Her plan? Drive from Mannheim to Pforzheim, 106 kilometers away, without telling Karl. It was the first ever long-distance car trip. Bertha stopped at pharmacies along the way to buy more Ligroin, the world's first gas stations. When the fuel line clogged, she cleared it with her hat pin. When the brakes failed, she visited a cobbler to add leather lining, inventing brake pads. Villagers gawked, children screamed, dogs barked. But Bertha made it. She telegraphed Karl from Pforzheim. We arrived safely. The newspapers loved it. Investors came knocking. The Motorwagen was no longer a toy. It was the future. Thanks to Bertha's bold road trip, Karl sold his first cars. Wealthy clients ordered the Motorwagen, but it was still expensive and fragile. Between 1886 and 1893, Karl sold about 25 Motorwagens. Meanwhile, other inventors joined the race. Gottlieb Daimler and Wilhelm Maybach built their own engines. In 1893, Karl added a four-wheel model, the Victoria, and the car slowly became practical. By the early 1900s, the car was taking over the world. In America, Henry Ford built the Model T in 1908, using assembly lines to make cars affordable for everyone. In Europe, Benz and Citroën became the world's largest car company. Car races pushed engineering forward. Cars got faster, stronger, safer, and cities changed forever. Roads were paved, gas stations popped up. Horse carriages vanished. In 1926, Benz and Siu merged with Daimler Motorengesellschaft, forming Mercedes-Benz. Today, every Mercedes car carries Karl and Bertha's legacy. Original Motorwagen still exist in museums. In Germany, you can watch replicas run on real roads, same wooden wheels, same leather belt brakes. From the Motorwagen to the Tesla Roadster, the heart of the car is still the same. An engine, a frame, wheels, and a dream of freedom. So next time you turn the key or push start on your car, remember, it all started with Karl's dream and Bertha's courage. One tiny engine, one brave road trip, and the world never looked back. If you enjoyed this ride back in time, hit that like button, subscribe to Wheel Mythos, and comment below. Which legendary car story should I uncover next?